Her eyes, fixed upon the moon, were filled with determination, and an awareness that the moment she fired, the intense recoil would overwhelm her entire body. She shouted. With every ounce of spirit she possessed, she fired her ultra-long-range super electromagnetic shrapnel cannon into the sky.
Oh. Yeah.
The third layer embraced the magic bullet fired from the surface of the earth. The crest, an extension of Aoko's self, unleashed light to pierce the moon. However, an enormous blue canopy pulverized the beam. It returned the ether, that 3,000-degree flame, to nothing as it came in contact with the bullet.
Yeah, feeling some feedback now.
The recoil of the Grand Magecraft literally boiled her blood.
I think that would kill her, so maybe they meant figuratively.
Nope, literally. Her body couldn't handle it. Her heart stopped.
Huh.
Her brain went numb from the pain and impact. Her nerves putrefied from end to end. But her magic crest revived them all by force.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how much that can force you to stay alive.
Even though her vision had gone white, she could still see it. Swallowing the blood in her mouth, Aoko looked up with a scowl. There it was. An enormous shield of ice and a sneering, deformed skull. Well, you fired at 80%, you moron.
Well.
Didn't work, try again!
Yep. Needs more power.
There was no time to think or to hesitate. The magical energy throughout the park began to gather. Aoko knelt across from the tyrannical face of the moon. She intuited that the ice had yet to fully form. Flat Snark still hadn't reached its full strength, which was exactly why
she needed a second shot right now.
By accelerating the spell, Aoko had damaged her own body.
Ooh.
She sat up and braced herself for the pain caused by the load placed on the formula after linking with the Snark. All she could do was endure it. All because Aoko had gotten a read on their relative strengths. Even if its volume of magical energy was identical, Snark's form, its mystic, was in a different league.
Right, yeah.
Even if Aoko charged her energy to the absolute limit, she would barely make a dent in the ice wall. Meaning, if the Snark gathered as much energy as it could, there was nothing she could do to prevent her annihilation. She loaded her next shot. She issued orders to the floating third layer. Ignoring the toll on her body, she began to accelerate the first layer formula. The role of her right hand's single layer was to absorb and store surrounding magical energy.
Right.
The thick fog that drifted through the park was an ancient ether spewed out by Flat Snark's own body, but Aoko could pour it into her formula. Aoko's body, which had integrated with the formula, took on an amount of magical energy that far surpassed its maximum capacity. It seethed in agony, or rather it trembled in delight. For a mage, magical energy was a propellant to reach the realm of mystics. The expansion of internal time, the liquefaction of the self, The release from the physical. What one might call a near-death experience.
Yeah.
Aoko stood face to face with reality on the boundary between it and such concepts.
That's some ice meteor.
And that reality was here to break her will. To any bystander, the gap between them would be plain to see. The gun barrel named Aoko Aozaki. She'd not a chance to slip away at the
Chip away
at that lump of ice. She accelerated the spell further. And the skull grinned. The ice was no shield. It was something to be used to crush mages who do not know their place. The moon laughed as it prepared to crush not just Aoko, but the boy atop the roller coaster, as well as the park in its entirety.
Ooh.
Her circuits were on the verge of going critical. Her body had been charged with a scorching power supply from her fingertips to her eyeballs.
Jeez.
She would see to it that the bullet fired. That the Magecraft formula would be strengthened as quickly as her nerve's transmission speed would allow. A single attack wasn't enough. There was no way to shoot it from its flank. Which meant there was only one solution.
More bullets. Oh. Hey, alternating current.
The third layer began to transform. It switched from direct to alternating current. The superior current,
Yeah.
Naturally. The spell's supposed strong point was its ability to adjust its trajectory mid-flight, but right now all she wanted was numbers.
Octagram. Whoa. Nice.
A blue sun shined down upon the amusement park, and the people in the nearby town were losing their damn minds.
I'm pretty sure we're in a barrier.
We better hope we're in a barrier, because
Yeah.
the church is going to have a real hard time explaining this
Pretty
one.
sure we're in a big bounded field right now.
Beams of light at maximum output streaked forth to pierce the golden moon. Holding down the trigger, she continued to fire, taking in energy ad infinitum.
As much as she can get out of the park.
Blue flames shot forth at critical level, but the ice would neither melt nor mar. No amount of sheer heat could make a dent in something formed from such a colossal amount of magical energy. The toll on her circuit sent them berserk, and blood began to run free.
Ooh.
The battle had become a tussle over the magical energy that filled the park. From the very beginning, this had been the Snark's home turf. The Snark had control over at least 80% of the space, while Aoko had 20 at best. The castle of ice descended as if to catch the match.
To call the match.
Oh,
yeah.
That too. Aoko, remember, this is anime. Yelling makes you stronger.
Right.
All she could do was delay the inevitable. She knew she'd been backed into a wall, and right now the only thing she could do was keep firing. Then again, maybe not. There was another option. If she converted all of her magical energy into a defense, there was a tiny chance. No, not tiny. A great possibility, in fact, that she could save just her. Clinging to that broken hope, Aoko continued to rotate her circuits. Time seemed to stop at the magical energy overdose. A second of intense pain lasted an eternity. Then, amidst everything...
Oh.
Something approached, one step at a time.
Yeah.
Something from among the park's shadows. Something. She felt goosebumps from head to toe. The issue was no longer the ice overhead. In the midst of this stillness, the Red Death grew closer, step by ominous step. Her circuits in her mind began to rupture out of terror. The composition of her formula and soul began to rip apart. There it was, just behind her. Its footsteps came to a halt. It reached around and cupped her face in its blood-stained hands. She wanted to scream out with all her might. This is it. Nothing matters. I couldn't care less. Run or don't, it doesn't matter. Quit hiding and reveal yourself. Use whatever you can and show no mercy. That was it. She had one final card to play. A miracle that would treat that ice like nothing more than a toy gifted to her as mere amusement. That was what the Red Death had come to kill. Using it would spell ruin, and not using it would mean death by ice. But why would Aoko hesitate? There were no conditions limiting her. There would be no price to pay by employing it here. She simply would cease to be herself.
Oh.
That was all. Humans love to exist in areas of gray. Dozens of electrical impulses disconnect in the brain every minute. Nothing lasts forever, not even oneself. It wasn't anything particularly worthy of disdain. It wasn't even anything remarkably worthy of being called taboo. What escaped her lips now was rage. Bewilderment from the red silhouette. A girl let out an inaudible scream. Could true magic truly be her savior?
Yeah.
What an opportunistic load of bull. After all, to begin with...
Yeah.
Indeed, Aoko was still in the dark when it came to that magic, whatever it was. Thank God that shard of ice missed me.
Yeah.
She woke from her momentary hallucination. The very illusion her breaking soul had shown her. Whining had had the opposite effect on her. Her pride was now ablaze.
逃げるのか。
Sojiro was right. Her opponent had put her in check, but she'd done the same to it. It was clear why she was losing, so now all she needed was a counterplan, well within her abilities. No matter the odds, she was not one to give up without giving it one last shot.
Absolutely everything, right?
Her numbed fingers clenched into a tight fist. She was betting against the house, an unreasonable gamble that should have made her question her sanity. If her first step was off by an inch, her body would be instantly vaporized. But she knew a boy who never fled. She knew of a steadfast courage that could shine its light, no matter how small, through any desperate situation. Yes, there was more than just herself to be concerned about. If that ice fell, it would mean the destruction of the park in its entirety. Everything he had achieved, everything he had risked and dared and happily put his life on the line for, would all be for naught.
Stupidity? Oh.
Determination and confidence surged through her like electricity. She was in no mood to be crushed by a giant sheet of ice. If she was gonna lose, she'd rather do so as the grandest firework possible. Aoko was a sore loser. At this point, she would rather burn herself to cinders than let it decide her end.
Change, huh?
She grunted in pain. Energy raged through her body. Her circuits were on the verge of disintegration. Inscribed upon her body, her magic crest was magecraft given physical form. It did not, however, stop with simply skin and flesh. It burrowed to the very marrow of her bones. A playful smile graced her lips.
Oh, yeah, you can kind of see it there.
Her sense of reason had been turned upside down by the pain. That was only natural.
Yeah, backed into a corner. Just do the craziest thing you can think of, I guess.
She had to praise her own body for holding out so long while pushed beyond its limits. The skull face noticed the abnormality. Oh shit, that's not right. It finally recognized the challenge for dominance over this space. It laughed at the conceit it faced. Never did it expect a magician to challenge the great flat snark, lord of vessels, over a millennium. And in such an age of decline.
Yeah, compared to the age of the gods, it wasn't expecting anything like that could really challenge it.
She tried to catch her breath. She braced herself for the coming pain. She was going to smash that ice to pieces. Both had access to the same amount of magical energy. One of them was greatly outmatched, but...
Change tour plan? Huh. Alright. Oh, yeah, okay.
The feedback would go beyond anything she had experienced to date. Quite simply, her decision went beyond recklessness. She expanded both formula to maximum size. The first layer would transform into a giant vortex swallowing up the mist. The second layer would process it from one end and pump it into the barrel.
定が甘かった。撃ち落とすなんて半端もいいとこ。この場合、
Yeah, she was thinking sniper, and now she's thinking, like, gigantic fucking laser of death. Jeez.
The primeval magical energy responded in concert with her conviction. It formed the pattern of a writhing serpent. Voiceless magical power flying the banner of revolution. She beckoned the great power of old to feast its eyes upon the land. For it was the first of the Trailblazers. A representative of a mankind that knew no fear and would rend all manner of mythic and mystic to naught.
確かにはここまでよ。嘘つきブージャム。
Bujin? Okay.
That's a word,
お望み
maybe.
通り、のしをつけて返してあげる。
For the newest magician commanded the principles of consumption and extinction.
Oh, alright.
An aberrant bullet of light melted through the castle of ice. Her barrel was tempered. Her control of magical energy divine. Her veins, totaling 62,000 miles in length, or 2.5 times the circumference of the equator, accepted the flow of magical energy with avarice. The subsequent magic bullet swiftly flew straight into the moon.
No, no, no.
Kyle, what?
Yeah. It's
Death.
having second thoughts.
Death rose to the surface of the moon. A cry of terror, of indignation echoed through the abandoned park. Reality was burned into the eyes of this creature of fantasy. As Aoko looked upon its vain attempt to struggle, she knew she had tasted victory, and promptly passed out.
Well, no, hang on.
Victory despite her absolute reckless use of magical energy.
Yeah.
The energy scales had been tipped to their breaking point, but nevertheless in her favor.
ツアープラン。
Tour plan. Okay.
ブラックライトスターボ
Black light starbow.
一気に
Fucking murder it!
Rip that moon a new fuckhole!
Oh, yeah, that looks familiar.
Oh dear.
Jesus Christ.
They're never gonna make you a serpent, are they?
Probably not.
God damn it!
Shatter, shatter, shatter.
The skyscraper shattered into atomized dust. The island, its unattainability extolled, had swallowed whole the despair of its many challengers. And that which remained of this once proud thing that boasted of its untouched knowledge? Fuck, 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 fuck! I should have gone back when she told me to! Azure mist bemoaned its demise. The ice canopy in the sky crumbled. The snark-hunting bullet jumped over the moon. Its throes of death sounded like the roaring sea, reverberating across this fairy tale land. The battle was over. And we're at time!
Yeah, we're... Ooh.
The game keeps handing us these perfect fucking cliffhanger lines just in goddamn time. Oh, hey, the beam's gone.
Yeah, it faded out.
Oh, God.
Ooh. Okay, yeah.
Motherfucker.
Damn, that was cool. They really went all out with the magic effects in this one.
Jesus Christ. I want that.
Yeah.
I want that in Grand Order so goddamn hard. Let me have that.
I want that in like a new action RPG.
That too.
Like, yeah, like another, let Koei just make an Aoko game. Just
Oh my
laser
God.
everything.
Jesus Christ, let me have that. I am like 1,000,000% serious. Like, not Delightworks. What the fuck are you called now? I don't remember. Yeah, Rasengan.
Yeah, Rasengan.
Yeah, you guys, listen. Put this girl in game. I swear. 120. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Fucking everything. I will give this girl everything. Put her in the game. Oh my God, I want that so bad.
Damn, so, I know it's a cliffhanger, but I think it's safe to say Alice lost a familiar tonight. We'll see if Humpty Dumpty survived the blast.
Or, whatever, the Crank Dumpty or whatever they're calling it. Scratch Dumpty, that was it, yeah.
We'll see how this all shakes out, but I'm pretty sure all the mystical park stuff is gone.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure like all of that is just wiped out right now.
Oh, that's just what Flat Snark gets for not listening to Alice's order to go back in the bottle.
Yep. It truly was Gilgamesh.
Holy shit.
Did not listen to reason and
got punished super
he
hard.
fucked around and found out. The modern era has some bullshit left over.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, the what I'm assuming is the aftermath is going to have to wait until next time.
Don't worry, I am every bit as annoyed at this cliffhanger as you guys are, I promise.
We want to see the next bit too, but we only got so much time.
Yep,
So we're
true
going to have
story.
to leave off here for now. But till then, we'll catch you later.